Well, talk about some back with another video. I'm sorry, I was planning to do this earlier, but I forgot. It's almost 1 a.m. Well, it's not 1 a.m. It's almost 12 o'clock. So I don't. So I'm just gonna try to stay up though to do it. As the next episode's come out tomorrow, time of calling. But I won't be doing them tomorrow because I've been doing a whole week of catching them up. Yes, it was my fault. I know that. I'm not the shipping the blame or anything. It was my fault. I should not have been lazy with that. But tomorrow I'm going to try to spend most of it catching up a lot of the anime I was missing out in the week. Hopefully it wasn't that many, but then it build up again. So now I officially caught up. I hopefully plan to catch up, watch the episodes I missed on Monday. So that's my plans. Also, I've been I play some games today on my phone most of the day. That's what it is. I was distracted. But anyway, once I don't catch up on everything until Monday, the following week I could do some anime watch throughs because we're going to have some Blu-rays coming out for the UK. Oshinoko seasons 1 and 2 coming to Blu-ray. Dandadan season 1, Undead Unluck season 1. They're all coming to Blu-ray in the UK. Part of collector's editions. Even though there was a Sailor Moon booth at this week's comic anime thing con or whatever it is, some of them have been held in the UK recently. Since anime became way popular in the UK quite recently, I think. I've been a fan since I was young, actually. I don't know why. I just like anime. Just do. How did I get this Sentai? I can't remember. But I remember seeing some videos on YouTube about Sentai henshins. I didn't even know what Sentai was at the time. What I remember was Power Rangers. I just bet you, but as I kept seeing more and more of the series, I fell in love with the franchise. And Gozyuger is a great season so far. I'm looking forward to see how the 6th grade will shake things up. But how do they get their powers? Since again, the Taker Sword could grant has only 5 only 5 center by character. Only has 1 team under the belt featuring 5 heroes, 5 Gozyugers that directly carrying their powers from the Taker Sword, not past Sentai. I kind of want to see a Gozyuger and Gozyuger crossover, but I don't think that's going to be possible due to the actor who played Guy and controversy quite recently. Yeah. But it'd be fun to bring back another Sentai, like Senkaijo. So celebrate Sentai's anniversary, why not bring back anniversary characters? Bring out the Senkaijo characters? It'd be pretty fun. I don't want to go Gozyugers. But just my opinion. But Gozyuger will ever have a crossover outside the usual crossover movies as. What team would you want them to team up with? And how would you explain how the Sentai... Now think about it, how are they going to explain how the Boom Buddies are going to appear in Gozyuger, in the Gozyuger's continuity in next year when the crossover movie comes out? I'm curious. I'm going to be curious now. But I'm sure we'll get more plot developments as the series go on. We're approaching the summer months anyway. We should be getting some type of leaks or announcements. Should be getting some leaks of Gojo Polar. It's a Polar Bear themed character. Alright, if you see any images online, they're fake. They just Gojo Leon's helmet, just swap with some detailed small bits added. That's unlike Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, which was kind of lazy with the helmet design. So now I find the Cosmic Fury suits. I like the designs. It's just the padding in the area. It just makes it look off. I don't think they needed that. Maybe it would look much better if they didn't have that part. And look at all the 2D images. Look way better. Oh god, I think. So yesterday I did a review on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignition series, which is basically just Mighty Morphin just upscaled it with using AI. But that's just it. AI just upscaling. Nothing else. Like, and I'm getting some modern effects into stuff. Look at Doctor Who. I explain this, but look at Doctor Who. Look at the Blu-rays and stuff. They changed some of the special effects to be more modernized the modernized special effects. Again, for some reason, I actually don't understand why. But I do want to collect all the Doctor Who Blu-rays, but I can't. It's just expensive. It's over 50 quid. Fuck. Also, I might not be able to get the Switch 2 when it comes out in June. I haven't been able to pre-order it at all because it's always been out of stock. Which kind of pisses me off. Even when pre-order days came out, it went out of stock very quickly before I even had a chance to do anything. That frustrates me. I don't know, I'm getting off topic. Let's get to this episode because it's just an episode focused on Sumino and Kinjiro. So, and it's a very interesting reference to a past toy show. But we'll get there. So let's get to the episode. So we open up with this week's recap. Well, this episode's not this week. This episode's recap is actually done by Firecandle, who doesn't even appear in this episode. So this is technically his only time we hear him. This is the only appearance in this episode, just with a voice. Which is interesting. As we cut to the bell and base, as the Queen decides to add a new servant to gather the rings. And it's actually none other than Osai under control, on her control. But what does she want the rings for? Still a mystery. Interesting enough. We see Bouquet actually does not like that. Like, you can tell she's not a bad person. You know she's a villain, yes, but she's not that bad of a person when you think about it. She's comedic, yes. I want to kill Gozyuger because she came obsessed with we could not know they're the same person. Typical superhero gag. But slightly different. Slightly different there, so. So maybe possible that Bouquet may have a redemption arc later in the season. I don't know. It's not, but it might be like our favorite trio for Boom Merger. I can't help but miss those three. They're just fun. Like, they were villains, but they were funny. And we really liked them too. I can't help but think about that. But, oh god, it's made like what? But if I really think, was it January? Yeah, actually January. So that's the 5th month. So 4 months. It's been around 4 months since Bunbuja ended. But we'll be seeing them again. Don't worry. Japanese people will get to see them in July. Well, home media they'll be released on home media too, and all in October. That'll be available on Togo sites that publish. I'm not going to go much into that, but it's basically a site where you can watch tokusatsu shows. Yeah. But anyway. As I said, Bouquet is not exactly thrilled by this, but is he one more look and say basically saying, "You dare defy me?" No, Your Majesty. So that basically told her to do her job by using Osai against the Gozyugers. Quite an interesting episode. An interesting one. After that, we got to Sumino at a part-time job, and Kinjiro ends up meeting her. Kind of embarrassed with that. This episode tackles some stuff. As she said, Sumino's selling some old type of food, show style food. As customer comes in asking for one. So this episode is actually focus on the 2 different eras. Why 2 exactly? Why 2? There are 3 eras. Tokusatsu has 3 eras. Showa, Heisei, and Reiwa. Japan's coming in the Reiwa era. But anyway, the studio's not exactly happy with Kinjiro found her part-time job. Well, no one is possessing the guy who bought the bed to lunch earlier. The reason someone else doing this, well, she's still looking for what happened to, still looking for the person who made her sister disappear. She's working part-time to support the family. Makes sense to work a backup job also. Plus, working part-time does go really out of her detective agency. Could actually help her gain more lines and stuff. Be able to hear unsolved cases. But so anyway, Kinjiro says how show of her. Anyway, no one has interrupted the conversation to take them to a pleasant time. The show era. As a transition with film strips. As then we transition to the opening of that action. Sumino carrying around one of those old-fashioned phones, by the way. You know, the ones you do this in. You know, oh God, I was around when those were still around. Jesus Christ. You know, mobile phones were existed at the time. I was fucking around when those phones were still in style. I can't go. It's 2001, guys. I was around when the stuff was still in style. Oh God. Makes you think how old you are. Oh God, I miss being a kid sometimes. It makes waking up every morning, going downstairs and watch some CBBC, CITV, or CBBS. I miss that. Well, the channels are still around. Changed a lot over the years, and CITV no longer exists. So I just miss being a kid waking up on weekday and weekend mornings when I didn't have school. Similar time. But the show I grew up with is coming back next year. Banamori. I remember that show as a kid. It's a full-on revival. Unlike the big Loca reboot that came out last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember when. Yeah, I not watched that one. I might give it a watch to see how different it is from the original show. And the two leads being female, diverse women. Not against that. But when you had a show with 2 iconic characters played by 2 iconic people, it's gonna be hard to replace. Still, they've only been around. I think it would work as a mentor-mentee-ship as they give advice to the new generation. I get off topic. Don't know what else to go up with. Sorry, I went off topic then. Okay, we cut to the cafe. As we ended up talking about what Kuon took Osai earlier. Rero has a guess. As you know, Rikuo is not much barely in this episode. I'm serious. He barely appears. He only appears during the fight sequence a little bit later. Anyway, back to Sumino and Kinjiro. You know, there's a show, seeing a show era about. Kinjiro decides to have a show era battle. Ready, go! Well, they do show era stuff. I know Kinjiro loses because you can say he's kind of tied to the way one now. Want to be so young, as regarding his show ways. That really distraughts Kinjiro as he ends up disappearing. We seem to kind of being trapped. And she ends up thinking about it. Oh. And she ends up running to Aoi and his mother, who, by the way, hasn't appeared in quite a bit, actually. she's rarely appeared when I think of it. When she's in the opening, she's rarely appeared. When was the last appearance again? I actually forgot. Oh, someone just says that show hour is just inconvenient, but I was just, it may be inconvenient. It is a bit inconvenient, but what is enjoying about show seeing a beautiful sunset. Where in present day, large houses and stuff were built there. But seeing it falling, the beautiful sunset. That really changes the rules opinion on the show era. You know, Rara Ryugi go investigate some circular areas of circles. Since Earl did say that they come up with circles for some reason. Again, it's something to do with the rings, probably. Because I know some of the monsters have circles on them, like the Gozyugers do. Tying into the rings. It's quite interesting. Again, though, I'm sure we'll get more proper established lore when we get to it. But I do not know when we'll be getting at. I know we are already on the second arc with a bit of a fillerish episode. But it's more of an epilogue to the first arc. It's more of an epilogue to the previous arc, but also says the beginning to the new one. Alright. Bouquet shows up. So the two end up battling Lord Eyes. Oh, someone else has a talk with Kinjiro. As Kinjiro feels that no one's right. He doesn't belong to either era. He's an outcast. But so basically she's getting a bit of appreciation for Shota. And Sumiro's words really helped Kinjiro. Sees the beauty of Reiwa as well. Both have their ups and downs. And as going to combine both eras, don't just erase them. Like there's still old appreciation of both old and new. Like even with new stuff, you still see some of the old stuff. No, like this is Kinjiro. And now they go back to the master, who's watching a very obscure show to many modern viewers. He's watching a show called Zubat. Not the Pokemon, either. No, it's an old tokusatsu show by Shotaro Ishinomori. That name sounds familiar. He's a well-known manga author. Created Cyborg 009. That's most well-known anime manga works. Most other works is known for works on the Super Sentai Kamen Rider series. He helped work on some of the Kamen Rider seasons. I don't know all of them, but he definitely had a lot of impact on the first season. Even directed an episode. I think it was either that or producing Kamen Rider. Check out Mercury Falcon's video on original Kamen Rider. It's very fascinating. Especially its origins. And Ishinomori designed suits the first two seasons of Sentai, Gozyuger and Jaka. It's interesting they chose that show. Like all the Shotaro Ishinomori shows they give the children, and since he is responsible for Sentai in its own way with designs and stuff, so basically using the Shotaro Ishinomori show to represent that is a good idea. Shotaro Ishinomori. But I don't get why he chose Zubat. Well, the other projects they could actually grab it as Go Ranger in a way. No, that would go against the law. Okay, why not Kamen Rider? That was the original Kamen Rider. That would make more sense. I'm not saying it's bad, but why Zubat exactly? It's pretty obscure. Kinjo's ready. It's basically saying that this things that could that show can't do that Rainbow can do, and it works with elements of the show whatever. When I felt like it needs to be your favorite character. Merch that existed that was created long after the show ended. And, well, takeaway food. Modern takeaway food. And allow Sumino and Kojiro to face off against them. Brilliant teamwork. But showing their appreciation of both errors. They win the bite. Winner! Gozyuger! As they cut to back to the other to Ryugi's battles. Rikuro ends up showing up and taking us all blue to help out. Yeah, but of course as they basically get as this bouquet reveals Osai in black Daijujin, which is really cool actually to see a repaint of the original Daijujin's costume. Man, it was fascinating to see Daijujin again after all these years properly. And then again, during Jakiro in 1992, well, Westerners got to see this see the sign again in Wasn't Always back in 2023. That was just CGI. But see the actual costume in person, see the actual costume again, is really cool for a fan. So I wish Power Rangers gave us instead of just using CGI. I'm not going to talk about whatever you Wasn't Always. Alright, anyway. Sumino and Kidjo also show up when Black Daijujin knocks Rikuro out of the laser blue. But basically, the ninja Tiger Sword gives Ultimate new power. By using the ninja power, by combining two eras. Sumino and Kijiro's appreciation of combining the two eras. Under that new power to summon all 5 versions of the Tiger Sword. That is actually really cool. And it makes sense too, allowing them to fight all together since it's not a proper Megazord battle. But I'm sure we'll get a unique combination in the future where they'll be able to combine all versions of the Tiger Sword to create a unique version. It'd be pretty cool to see all 5 versions work together. This parable together. They destroy Daijujin and rescue Osai. We're making me a moment to the eyes back and not taking the battle seriously. It's funny. Also, thanks them. Basically, I guess his wish was to see a full-blood Sentai team. This is it for his journey as he makes his exit. Which, I think this is a good idea, having characters relate to a specific amount of stories. Give focus to specific characters. But, And so we cut to Sumino's unique new versions of the mental. She said she doesn't fully appreciate Showa, but she understands it. And she starts calling Kidjo a grandkid. Grandkid, I think. Is because he's. So it's quite funny as the episode ends there. Next #1 battle, we get the universe story of Gareto. Which is funny, since Garrett's actor appeared just last year, but Berger as Joe's father. Which was an interesting choice. I'm not saying it was bad, but if Joe wanted to have a police cop father, why not choose any of the police being sent to like Looper Ranger, like Looper Ranger was Power Ranger, or Deca Ranger, or even like Space Sheriffs. Just saying, it's just a little weird, but not fully against it. I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. which are my content, please want to see most of our channel, with the always picture. And the reason they will be the Universe Warrior Girl Red is because, well, he's an animal tamer. I basically want to, for some reason, try and tame the Gozyugers to get the wins or something. I don't know. That's really one horrible episode to see that go. But I see some interesting accents in episode 12. So here goes. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next later. For next two episodes. Wait, 3 episodes. Sorry. Sayonara.